Okay. Madungog ra ko?
Ate.
Okay. So, good evening, everyone. Tonight's topic is about the summer solstice. And the author of this is Nick Joaquin. Next, please. Next slide. Okay. Who is Nick Joaquin? Nick Joaquin is born in May 4, 1917, Paco, Manila, Philippines. Died on April 29, 2004 in San Juan. Filipino novelist, poet, playwright, essayist, and biographer whose work presents the diverse heritage of the Filipino people. Joaquin was awarded a scholarship to the Dominican Monastery in Hong Kong after publication of his essay La, La Naval de Manila in 1943, a description of Manila's fabled resistance to 17th-century Dutch invaders. After World War II, he traveled to the United States, Mexico, and Spain, later serving as a cultural representative of the Philippines to Taiwan, Cuba, and China. So, I will not going to read the whole story because that was your assignment, right? To read in advance the short story titled Summer Solstice to so let's proceed to the short story analysis. Miss Gwen, please proceed to the okay, the characters. Characters of this story is Don Loping. Don Loping has she is strict and upright, a typical housewife in his household. Donya Loping and likes to do anything in accordance to social standard. Next, please. Okay. Guido, Don Paing's cousin who recently came back in his studies in Europe. Intoy, trusted family driver of the Moretas. And Amanda, Moreta's cook and maid, wife of Entoy. Next, please. Then,
Na next na nako te.
wala palagi sa screen. So let me proceed na lang. So, the settings of the story. The story takes place in the summer of 1950s around the Saint John Day's festivities. Women are also generally considered suitable for the housewife during this time period. Women, especially those with the same position as Lopeng, should conduct themselves in line with okay. So next, the conflict of the story. The conflict in the story is on the idea that women always subordinate to males and must prioritize performing housewifely chores. Doña Lopeng, who is trying her best to live up to society's expectation, has been struggling inside. That's the conflict of the story because sa una is ang mga babae is ano ra gyud siya, 'di ba? Sa una ang mga babae is daghan kay bawal. Dili sila ginapa-eskwela kay tungod kuan ra sila, para ra sila sa balay. Kuan ra sila, para ra sila sa balay and ano ra gyud sila, kanang igo ra sila magbantay sa mga anak nila. Sa una. So the theme of the story, the summer solstice revolves the idea of woman's stereotype. It is a story which favors the woman most, which we can see in the ending where Doña Loping managed to command her husband to do her bidding. So it also denotes superiority and woman empowerment. So mo ni ang iyang team. So na ano na si Doña Luping is iyang gilaban ang iyang pagkababae bitong empowerment. Dapat dili lang ko dapat nga ingani ra ko taman nga gina sa balay ra ko taman na apud ko'y kaya nga gusto na ko ubhaton. Ano siya. So style din sa stories, sa short stories that The Summer Solstice by Nick Joaquin clings to exposition here. He creatively and honestly highlighted the current viewpoint of our culture on the status of women and suggests some alternatives. The short story scenarios are all important and well ex- expressed. If you got confused in the first time you read it, the second time it will come around you and you will get the central idea of what is Nick Joaquin trying to tell you. So ingana man jud na first read na to sa story dili pa kayo na to masabtan. Pero pag the next story, pag the next na to read sa iha kani nga story, dito na dayon na to makita nga kung unsa gyud ang ginaput pasabot ni Nick Joaquin ani nga story. Mao yang style sa kani nga short story. Next is the exposition. The Morita family is planning a day with their grandfather to celebrate St. John's Day. However, Dunya Luping awoke with a terrible headache, which he attributes in part to the price of wealth of the female. She went to find the cause of the ruckus and brought her to the couple servant. So ang katudeng nadungog niya nga hilak is gikan ta dayto sa iyahang maid, sa iyang servant. So the rising action. Paspas na kayo ko? Okay, so the rising action. The peculiar Gedo who participated in Pagtarin last night made suggestive comments to Doña Lopeng, which offended her. He also kissed the tips of her feet. Due to this, the Doña grew curious of the ritual. So, mao ni siya nga katong rising story nga na-curious na bitaw dayon si Doña Lopeng kung kay gikisan iyahang tik sa iyahang feet ni Guido. Guido is the cousin of her husband, Don Lopeng. So, climax. Doña Luping has made the decision to take part in the Tagtarin festival. Don Paing attempted to stop her, but she persisted. She joined the dancing woman when they got to the location. The woman, the woman attacked Don Paing when he attempted to get her of the mob. So, he sustained some wounds in he immediately went back to the carriage and instructed their drivers and to get to go get Don. That's the climax of the story. The following action. So the following action is Don Paing threatened to give Doña Luping a betting once they get home, but the Doña is not afraid of it. She then expressed how she wanted to adored, not just respected. So these are the things that were in head all night after the encounter with their cousin Guido. So diha na ano ni Luping, madili day siya dapat nga mahadlok sa iyang asawa. Ay tungod sa katong nakakita bitaw ni Guido, katong cousin ni Don Paing, dito niya na-realize nga dapat di ay dili siya mahadlok sa iyang pana. So the ending of the story is Doña Luping succeeded into command nga kanang nga kana bitaw kaya kinabuhi ang ilang kinabuhi ilang life. So the story, the summer solstice.